The new United States Postal Service truck, the Next Generation Delivery Vehicle, NGDV, has finally hit the roads. Despite its unusual appearance, it has received a lot of praise from workers in the field. These new trucks, tall, boxy, and with a large windshield, began rolling out in August 2024 in Athens, Georgia. The design is unlike anything we're used to, with some even joking that the front looks like a duck's beak. Yes, it's an odd look, but the truth is that the design team's focus wasn't exactly on aesthetics. So, the question remains, do these trucks perform well? The answer is yes. Before we dive deeper, I'd like to remind you that if you enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It's a great way to stay updated on the latest news. Back to the topic at hand, the NGDV represents a significant improvement over the old Grumman Long Life vehicles, LLVs, which were notorious for their lack of comfort and safety. These old trucks were so problematic that they even caught fire, lacking air conditioning, with noisy engines and virtually no safety systems. Just to give you an idea, many workers had to endure scorching heat during the summer, relying on nothing more than a small old fan to cool down. If that sounds bad, imagine that about 100 of these vehicles caught fire last year. It was a constant danger for those working in them every day. The new trucks bring a huge leap forward in this regard. Now, drivers can benefit from airbags, 360-degree cameras, collision sensors, blind spot monitoring systems, and ABS brakes. Plus, the addition of air conditioning is a game changer. If you've ever been in a car without air conditioning, you can imagine how welcome this feature is for workers, especially in the hotter regions of the US. But what's really catching attention is the size and interior space. Unlike the old trucks, the NGDVs allow even taller drivers to stand up and move around freely in the cabin. This means more comfort for those who have to deal with hundreds of packages each day. Additionally, the extra space in the back is a big help, as the demand for deliveries has risen significantly, especially with the increase in online shopping. And the best part, these trucks don't break down as frequently as the old ones. This is a relief for both workers and the government's budget. However, not everything has been smooth sailing. When the project began, there was considerable controversy over the fact that most of the new trucks were gasoline-powered. In a world increasingly focused on reducing carbon emissions, many expected all vehicles to be electric. This wasn't the case initially, leading to criticism from environmentalists and even lawsuits. This forced the government to rethink its plan. Indeed, part of the issue has been addressed with the promise that, by 2028, most of the fleet will consist of electric trucks. 45,000 electric vehicles are expected out of a total of 60,000 that are part of USPS's modernization plan in the coming years. For many, this change has come too late. The problems with the LLVs had been building up for decades. Now, the new project, part of a $40 billion investment, aims not only to improve worker experience but also to transform the Postal Service into something more efficient and sustainable. A modern fleet not only addresses safety and comfort issues but also helps the agency reduce maintenance costs and environmental impact. Still, the transition to a fully electric fleet is far from straightforward. Besides the high initial cost, there's also the challenge of creating the necessary infrastructure to charge the electric trucks. The government is heavily investing in this, and new charging stations are being installed across the country. This is an essential part of the long-term plan to reduce emissions and make the Postal Service greener. But are these new trucks really everything they're cracked up to be? The answer is a cautious yes. They definitely represent a major improvement over the old models. Workers are reporting that their workdays are safer and more comfortable. The criticisms mainly come from environmental groups, who hoped for a faster transition to fully electric vehicles. Looking ahead, the idea of a predominantly electric postal fleet is a key aspect of this modernization project. Postmaster General Louis DeJoy, who is leading this transformation, is not only focusing on the trucks. He is also upgrading old facilities and overhauling the entire transportation and mail processing network. The ultimate goal is to create a more efficient, faster, and sustainable postal system. So, when it comes to functionality, the change is clear: fewer breakdowns, fewer accidents, more comfort for workers, and eventually, a fleet that could be more sustainable. Beauty may not have been a priority in this project, but efficiency and safety certainly were. Therefore, while the NGDVs may not win any beauty contests, they are ushering in a new era for the USPS. And let's be honest, who cares about looks when what's at stake is the safety, comfort, and efficiency of those behind the wheel? At the end of the day, what matters is getting the job done as well as possible with the least environmental impact. Time will tell if this change will be as impactful as hoped, but for now, it's a significant step forward.